Hey everyone, it's Alyssa from Planet Alyssa. I am here with this week's What I Sold on Etsy video. And it was a good week for me. I did meet my goal. I sold 16 items this week for a total of $204, so I'm quite happy with that. My goal for the week is 200, so I met it. I had a couple of orders where people bought multiple items, so I had someone who bought 3 items, another person who bought 4 items, so wasn't quite 16 orders, I guess you could say, but 16 different items that sold this week, and just a little bit of everything, I guess, that sold. So I will go ahead and show you each of the items that sold and how much they sold for. Keep in mind that the price you see is just the price the buyer paid for the item. Doesn't include any shipping fees that are paid by the buyer. Doesn't include the fees that I paid to Etsy or fees I paid to purchase the item. But here is what sold this week. First item I sold this week were these vintage thank you cards. There were, I think, 10 of them in the set. Sold for $6. They were all the same design, this pretty flower design, and they had matching envelopes with them. And I do not remember, I think I might have picked these up at a church sale. I can't remember because I've had so many different stationery items recently. This is a vintage electric alarm clock. It has a really cool mid-century modern style to it. Sold for $20, and honestly, this I do not remember at all where I picked this one up. And this item and then the next 2 items were all purchased by the same buyer. This is a set of playing cards which sold for $8. Has that really pretty design on the backs of the cards. And the same buyer picked up these cards as well. These are Whitman Hearts, a game of children's hearts, and these sold for $10. And then finally she got this, I think it was an Old Maid set, which sold for $6. This one was incomplete, so it would have gone for more money if it was complete, but I sold it as an incomplete set. And I know she was interested in like scrapbooking and, you know, craft type things, so I have a feeling she'll be making something with these as opposed to using them to actually play the game. And I sold this vintage Moppets figurine. It still had the original hang tag with it. It sold for $20. I picked this up at a thrift store. I'm thinking this I got like about a year ago, maybe not quite a year ago. I sold some vintage patches this week. This one has a robot on it and it says, "How does that grab ya, Professor?" Sold for $7. I feel like I've sold this one before, or I have another one available at least. And I picked up a whole bunch of patches in an auction lot, so that's where these came from. And then I sold this vintage tabletop cigarette lighter in the shape of a leopard. At least I think it's a leopard. Sold for $30. It was ceramic and then just with a lighter mechanism at the top. This was my only international order of the week. This one was going off to UK, I think. Can't remember, but it was definitely an international order. Okay, the person who bought this item also bought the next 3 items you'll see. This is a cross-stitch kit, unused kit, which sold for $20. I think this one came from a thrift store. And she also bought this ceramic planter in the shape of a cute little puppy dog. This sold for $15. I do not remember where I picked up this planter. And then she bought a couple more craft kits, sewing kits. This is a stitchery kit, sold for $10. Now it's pretty cool. It has the shadow box style frame with it, but there was something wrong with this. It was a sealed package, but there's some kind of damage or something on it, so I did charge less for this one. And then I charged less for this one too. This one I also sold for $10. I think this was a crewel kit. Now the package had been opened and someone had actually made a few stitches on the fabric. It was almost entirely undone. I mean, I think like they sewed a leaf or something like that, but because of that I did charge less for it, and I know I picked this one up at a church sale. And then here's another patch that I sold this week. This one has a cute dog on it and it says, "Thanks, I needed that." Sold for $4. I sold one of these mini, really small souvenir pennants for $8. These are something also I picked up in an auction lot like those patches. And Christmas is coming up, so I did sell a Christmas item this week. This is a vintage Christmas tree decoration, which sold for $5. It's all plastic, pretty kitschy and tacky. and I picked this up at a church sale not too long ago. And though it's not technically a Christmas item, certainly would look nice with holiday decorations. This is a small vintage hunting horn, which sold for $25, a brass horn. I think I picked this up at one of the church sales I went to, but honestly, I can't remember. I know I didn't get it that long ago. I put out these videos every week showing the different vintage items that I've sold in my Etsy shop, Planet Alissa, and try to get some other videos out on reselling, selling here, selling on Amazon, and that sort of thing, haul videos and stuff too, when I get a chance. So if you like this video, please feel free to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and one of these days I'll get around to actually answering comments because I know it's been a while. I've been busy, but I'll try to get caught up, guys. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a great weekend and happy selling, everyone.